Hello, it is Tuesday, January 21st. We're playing a bunch of New York Times games, but first we are going to reveal the dad joke of the day. So, what do we got here? Want to hear a joke about construction? Never mind, I'm still working on it. Alright. I haven't heard that one before. I like it. Well, let's start with connections here. We're finding 4 groups of 4. So we've got a miniature octopus, crack pepper, slight salt, dig sand, doll who, shovel figure, plow barb model no. Could be no. Could be. I want to. If I wanted to call that number because of model number, but that's just no. I think. Who made me think of Doctor Who, which also makes me think of Dr. Pepper. I think salt and pepper do not go together. I think that's a red herring. That's way too obvious, but who knows? I could see doing like salt, pepper, sand as like fine grained things. Anyway, I think Doctor Who and Dr. Pepper. Doc Ock is from Spider-Man. I hope I know the last Doctor. Who's the last Doctor? Dr. No. Dr. No is from James Bond. Let's do that. There we go. Doctors and pop culture. All right, cool. Purple first. Very nice. Just a reminder, I do have merch such as drink for +2 to purple with nice art on it, commissioned just for my merch. You can find that in the description. Also, YouTube does display a bunch of my merch just under my videos and on my profile. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. I said who made me think of Doctor Who, and then that was it. I didn't really think about the rest of this. A miniature and a model and a figure. I don't know if doll would go with that, but this feels kind of yellow greeny to me, so I don't think that's blue anyway. But yeah, I mean, what else goes? Maybe doll, like a dollhouse. Or just a doll, like a small version of something. Yeah, that kind of goes with figure. So this is a category, but I don't want to lock it in yet because I want to see if I can get reverse rainbow. Let's see if we can figure out what blue is, or at least if we can get the other one that isn't blue. It'll give us blue as well. Sand and shovel remind me of the beach. We have a dig and a barb. Okay, we've got dig and barb. And crack, like a wisecrack. I don't know. Would crack mean like so a dig at someone, a barb at someone that you're like poking them, metaphorically. You're like almost like a mini attack on them. Dig and plow. Like salt almost feels like that would go here, but a slight against them. So a slight, a barb, a dig, and a... Is it crack? So what does that leave? So what haven't I talked about? Salt, sand, shovel, and plow. Dealing with snow, I suppose. I think that might be blue. So these are things to deal with snow. Used to clear snow. So, I feel like the miniature doll model, that's going to be yellow. So let's do, I mean, they're both synonyms, but I don't know. To me, dig, barb, slight, and crack feel a little bit more obscure. So that might be the green. I never get yellow, green in the right order. What am I doing wrong with figuring out which one's yellow and green? Like doll figure, miniature model being small likeness. I suppose I get it. These are pure synonyms, whereas these are a little bit more lateral in that they're small versions of something, but that something is a different something. Darn. Okay, I failed the reverse rainbow yet again, but at least I got a perfect. Difficulty? I don't know. There's some interesting red herrings in here that I didn't fall for. Possibly because I saw Doctor right away. That might have made this way easier than otherwise it would have been. Like you might put octopus in like a beach type or ocean type category that doesn't actually exist with like salt water. I don't know. I feel like this could be difficult. I'm going to give this a 3.2. They did not think mine did difficult. They gave it a 2 out of 5. All right. Well, let's check the bot. All right, we've got 870,000 in. You can tell it, as long as I'm under a million, you can kind of get an idea of when I solved these based on how many games are in. But I guess that the New York Times was right. 72% solved right, 2 out of 5. 36%, which is the plurality of players, made no mistakes. All right, yeah, so pretty simple one today, I guess. I was 1 in 209. So purple first, probably rare. It's actually not that rare, 14%. How many got reverse rainbow? So 1% got my order. Where's our purple? Where's our reverse rainbow? Is it even here? I'm looking for, okay, purple first, green, purple yellow, purple blue. There we go. So if these are in order of, I think these are in order of how many. And so slightly more people got the reverse rainbow. So I guess I just messed up the yellow green again, and that's just a me thing. But yeah, you can see that it's a surprisingly easy. Like none of these categories are all that hard to get first, meaning they're not that hard in general. Very very even splits here. People who lost were just lost, right? I think this one is most people got right. Most of the losing games were the most losing game is this 12% only getting green, followed by getting nothing. So getting green is easier than getting nothing, I suppose. I don't know how to interpret that. Lots of like digging with the shovel and the plow, crack, like trying to figure out blue, yellow. It was pretty red herringy. But mistakes weren't all that common in general in this puzzle. So, all right. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. Kinda wet. Like I want to put moist, but that's 4 letters. I mean, moist is 5 letters, but the clue is 4 letters. Standoffish. I know what that means, but like nervous. All right, creature on a lifeboat with pie in Life of Pi. Well, there was a tiger, right? Less than 90 degrees. Acute angle. What blank is new? What blank is new? I would just say what is new. Huh. What hasn't been processed if it's raw? Anything hasn't been processed if it's raw. I'm confused. Character who climbs through the looking glass. That's Alice. Tycoon. A mogul. One's working with meters and feet. Meters and feet. Huh. I don't know. The one's metric, one's imperial. Complementary. Free? Kinda wet. Damp. Oh, damp, of course. Standoffish. Aloof. And then what else is new? What else is new? Okay. Let's look at the ones I didn't understand. What hasn't been processed if it's raw? Data. I mean, literally anything that can be processed could end up in that clue, so that's a little confusing. It might as well just say, come up with a word that works here. Mogul's right. Poets. One's working with meters and feet is poets. The meter is like the rhythm, and the feet has, I don't know, it's something in poetry that I looked up at some point and I forget what it was. So poetry, feet. A poetic foot is a repeated sequence of stressed and unstressed syllables in a line of poetry. So like an iamb, a dactyl, a troch. Yeah, okay. And so it's pluraled as feet. All right, that's a tough one. All right, yeah, interesting clues in this one for sure. It's another Wina puzzle. I think Wina has said that she's trying to make these a little harder, so I think that's somewhat successful. How'd you do? Let's do Strands. Today's theme is You Don't Say. That does not immediately help me unless we're talking about being quiet or mute. Burr. Fat. I guess everyone collectively just stopped spelling fat that way. To mean cool or whatever. We've got a jar. What's this J doing? I feel like we got to start with J and then we got to go to the A. From there, I'm unsure where we go. Not to this A, not to the O. If we go to the R, we got to then take the O, and I don't think that's a word. So we don't take the R or the O. We don't take the A. If we take the M, we'd have to go over to Jamor, which isn't going to work either. So jar would be great. Jowl, okay, I think we go to jar. Is it Jared? No. I don't know what's starting with jar, unless this is our spanagram. That doesn't seem right. Jars? Okay, I thought maybe I could piece out what this word had to be, but I could not. We'll come back to it. What's going on here? Maybe an ing word? Or we could have like the word slang. Ooh, I think slang might be in one of the words. Are we talking about like jargon? Where's my... I was so convinced this was going to be jargon. There's no G's here. The G's over there. How are we doing jargon? Oh. Never mind. I thought that might be the spanagram. Let's just see if slang locks in. It doesn't. Oh, maybe it's slang something then. Is that our spanagram? Darn, I was so convinced. It made sense, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make as much sense as I thought. I've got starch. No, I don't have starch. I have stratch. Stud. I have no idea. Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Bear. Do I need a hint today? Stap. Stop. Might as well get that for a hint. If I need it. What's this B doing? Is it a BR word? Makes some amount of sense. We could also go BO or BU. I still don't know what our theme is. This is unfortunate. This H. What's going on with this H? Maybe like an SH word. We would go SHA. That kind of ruins the J though. We know the J takes the A, so actually we can't go SHA. We could go SLA up here. We could also just go up. Well, I was thinking about the H though, not the S. It feels difficult to use this H if we don't go SH. Something ending in ash. Stash. No, that isolates. I might as well get the word, but that isolates the D. I'm confused about what's going on here. Obviously, I may have to just grab a hint. Let's do that. Boss. Oh, fat was actually it. Oh, I didn't even try locking it in. I didn't think it was a real word that it would lock in. Boss and fat. Okay. So these are like slang words for being cool. So why maybe slang is part of ours? Maybe it's something slang. Is our spanagram maybe? Ooh, okay. How many of these do I know? Darn, I had it. I pointed it out. I thought it was just funny. I didn't realize it was our theme. It's like cherry. Okay, apparently cherry means that. Haven't heard that one. This is gonna be tough. Maybe that's why I can't figure out this J word. Oh, linga. I still think slang is used here. So what's going on over here? Paul Blart Malcop. It accepted Blart. Oh no. Do I need to think of like slang for cool? Fat, boss, cherry. What else would they put in here? Let's look at what this outline here. Tubular? I bet it's tubular. Oh, how am I doing tubular? This way, tubular. There we go. That is surfer slang. Okay. Dated? Oh, dated slang. Oh, I even talked about how no one says fat anymore. Interesting. Dated slang. Okay. Ooh. Yikes. We have 3 more. Fresh. Okay. Honestly, just doing this seems helpful. Has been. 2 words here. Cowabunga. How about that? Oh no. I don't know if I can split these up myself. Oh, radical. Major. The J wasn't the start of a word. That I know what I think I even said we kind of have to use those 5 letters, but I didn't realize that it was just those 5 letters and it was the word major. And so I was on the right track with slang, but slang not locking in really confused me. And I didn't think to even like try fat. Had I yeah. I wouldn't have needed the hint if I had as a joke tried to lock in fat. Okay. That's interesting. Well, how'd you do? And those are the games for today. There is still Wordle to watch. I'll just stick it up there if you want to click and watch the Wordle next. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.